What is up? It's Syrup, and today in the background, guys, we're seeing some messy-ass gameplay on Arcaden. Here's the story: lobbies were complete shit today, and this one was too, and I started off using my sniper, and they were really pissing me off, so I switched to the PP90, or whatever this thing is, and just started wrecking ass. But today isn't about the gameplay, it's about the story I'm about to tell, and it takes place at my former employer, Panera Bread Company. And I was on break. We have like 30-minute breaks, you know how it is. And I sat in like the far corner of the dining room, and it's a pretty big dining room, you know, fairly sized. We have booths and tables, you know, everything. And I saw someone walk in the restaurant and sit down. Didn't think anything of it. But then I just started, you know, I was just looking around and checking out people, seeing how they live their lives and stuff like this. And I look at this guy, I'm like, oh, he has Down syndrome. But he's not ordering any food. I don't know what he was doing there. He literally sat down at a table. It was kind of weird. But I'm like, oh, look, he has Down syndrome. There's another, you know, Down syndrome person. That's cool. And I'm not trying to be, like, offensive or anything. It's just, you know, that's what I was thinking in the thoughts of Syrup. And I was looking at this guy, and I noticed he had a Burger King shirt on. I'm like, oh, Burger King hires Down syndrome people? That's new. I didn't know that. And, you know, I was just thinking, like, they have, like, poor social skills. This is kind of awkward. Maybe he was just a big fan of Burger King. Not sure to this day. But anyways, I'm looking at this guy, and you know how, like, you're sitting in class and you're really, like, zoning out, and your eyes kind of, like, make contact with someone else's eyes, and you break off the stare right away? I was staring at him, he stared at me, but the stare was not lost. We just locked eyes. He peered into my soul for, like, 30 seconds, maybe. It was really awkward, and I was just looking at him, he was looking at me, and eventually I, like, looked away. I was like, whatever, I'll just eat my salad. And I kept noticing on my peripheral vision that he is still looking at me, and I'm like, okay, is he, like, checking me out or something? Maybe he's, like, undercover. And I was getting a little, you know, uncomfortable, him looking at me. And after about maybe 5 minutes of that, I started to ignore him. I saw him get up and start walking. And I'm like, okay, maybe he's just leaving or something. I couldn't even imagine that he'd make a straight beeline towards my table, right? He's walking fast, too. Like, in 5 seconds, he was pulling out a chair. And he was, you know, he said hi, and I just waved. I didn't try to be, like, too mean. I just waved and looked down at my food. And then he sat down. And just get this picture. It's like a small table. A table for two to, like, enjoy coffee or something for, like, 15 minutes. A very small table. He was, like, taking up a lot of it, just putting his arms there. And I was trying to eat, and it was really awkward. You know, I'm, like, jittering around in my pants because I just wanted to, like, get out, but I didn't want to seem rude or anything. And he was just looking at me. You don't even understand how awkward this was, how uncomfortable it was for me, staring at me still. I thought he was gonna say something, but he just stared at me. I don't know what his intention was. And then after a fat minute, like the longest minute in my life, he finally left. He just got up and left and walked away and went back into Burger King. I was mind blown, petrified to the soul. I didn't know what just happened. I told like 10 people. I was freaking out. And I know I just had to make a story about this on YouTube. So that was pretty much it, guys. Probably the weirdest, most awkward moment of my life. Definitely the weirdest moment that happened at my job. I should have another video about my job that's coming up in like a week or two. So stay tuned for that. That's pretty much it, guys. Make sure to leave a like and, of course, subscribe. My name is Syrup, and I'll definitely see you guys later.